at Street Riding American Style, we enjoy being a matchmaker. And Jeb and this Ford Sports Coupe is a good example of bringing a car and its owner together. And they're next on Street Riding American Style.
All right, it's my last interview. I had to find a good one. I had to find the best story possible, and it's one that I even got to play a small part in. Jeb is the owner here. Jeb, what are we looking at?
We're looking at a 1928 or 9 Ford Sports Coupe at one point in time.
Sports Coupe. So here's the cool story. So I had a gentleman at my work contact me and said, hey, my mom's got a 1928-29 Ford Coupe in a field. Are you interested in pulling it out and getting it up and going? Way past my expertise and abilities, and so I knew Jeb here through the TV show and just through the hot rod scene. I knew this was within Jeb's capabilities, so I got Jeb and the guy from my work, Ted, together. Jeb, what's the story from there?
Well, I didn't need another car, so I got with my dad and said, hey, there's a coupe for sale, and we went and looked at it, and it was
It was a Model A in a field.
Yes,
it was there for 50 or 60 years?
50 or 60 years.
Like 2 weeks later, I follow you on Facebook, and I see this thing just driving. You guys got this thing up and driving within just a few weeks of pulling it out of the field?
Yeah, it was quite fun. It's kind of like a big model car, you know. We started finding pieces from other people, and the more we got to looking at the car, the more we wanted to do it.
That's cool. And so you found or grabbed another Model A engine to be able to put in it.
Yes.
And get it going.
Yeah, and it was the tricks of old Model A stuff were not known to me or my dad, so we had to figure them out.
That's cool. And so the story is, so Ted from my work, his mom, still alive. Still alive. And I mean, so for her to see this thing come back to life.
Yeah, the whole family, she wants to come to the house this summer or spring.
Yeah.
And she wants to go putting around in it, and we're more than welcome.
That's awesome. So the cool part is, while you guys are rebuilding this, I heard rumor you guys found some of her old belongings?
Yeah, up top in the headliner area, there was a little tube, and inside the tube we pulled out her driver's license from 1939.
Her driver's license from 1939 was still in the car?
Yes.
That's cool. So they obviously, at some point, turned it into a Model T, where they cut it into a truck.
Yeah, well, they cut it into a truck. Then the weird part was the top was welded on a belt line, which was totally weird, but we thought they cut the support out for the trunk. So they sent us pictures of it, and lo and behold, it used to be a soft top, a sports coupe.
Okay.
So apparently sometime the roof started leaking, so they went out to the salvage yard, found another top, and welded it on.
And just said, we don't need a soft top anymore. Now we got a hard top.
Yeah, it ain't gonna leak at all. So
that's awesome. That's cool. And so they changed it from the soft top to the hard top.
Yeah.
And then changed it over, added a trunk.
Yeah.
I think what's really cool is because seeing the pictures of it in the field, the wood wasn't usable.
No.
So you guys have replaced the wood, but it looks like the hardware is
my dad used all the original hardware he could on the truck. So it's got the square nuts and the flathead screws in it. So
what is like the plan for you guys with this car? I mean, how far do you plan on taking this?
Really just finding a hood and some headlights that are kind of cruddy, and putting some newer tires on it, and we're done.
Then you're done. You're
just having fun.
Drive it like it is.
Oh yeah. And it's got 63,000 miles on it, and they quit driving it in 50. And during the war, she had to drive it to Illinois' Firestone plant to get tires for it, because you couldn't buy tires in town.
Right.
But she had another cousin that worked at the plant, so she drove it there.
She drove it there to get tires.
Yeah.
This is just a cool classic car story. I hope you guys get inspired by this and want to find your own cars and find stories for yourself. Thanks again, man.
Hey, thanks for a heads up.
Yeah.